must have some dis. Discernment. Hello, Sarah. How are you? Nice to see you. Oh,
Oh, yeah. It's kind of hard to know.
yeah. Yeah, but it's good to be careful with me. I may have been exposed. I don't know. So, but it's good. It's good. My daughter was somewhere, but I haven't really seen her. But Ramona has, so I don't know what the level is. Yeah, exactly. So, but I think I'm fine. I've got the boosters and everything, so. Okay. Yeah, well, I'm going to get tested too, just to be on the safe side. But yeah, I'm sure everything's fine, but just to be. Break a leg. Break a leg, break a leg, break a leg. I'll see you guys later.
snowy winter's night is a cliched way to begin our story. But Christmas tales all start a bit trite and go dark for the heart, or commercial for glory. We'll strive for the former and say, fuck the latter. It's the laughs and the shocks and the lessons that matter. Brooklyn's the place, and now is the time, and the booze, it will flow, and the filth may yet rhyme. A bar with your friends on a cold Christmas Eve is a pause in the panic, a gentle reprieve, a night for a family, not of chance, but of choice, when stories unheard at last find their voice. There are characters here who've not traveled far to enjoy some rare peace at this neighborhood bar. Like Dylan, alone for the first time in years.
Thanks for fucking reminding me, asshole.
Grasping and clinging to a last thread of cheer. There's Eric, the bartender, a man who works nights, and so finds himself here, drunk with delight.
Well, I'd say 60-40 whiskey to delight.
Jane's a young woman who cries bitter tears.
Go fuck yourself.
For a commercialized holiday she once held so dear. Her ex-girlfriend, Diane, is a bit less intense. And no one's quite sure why their relationship's past tense.
Wow, that's really not any of your business, is it?
This drunken defensiveness is wearing quite thin. I expect better manners from their best friend, Kevin.
I happen to think that making fun of the narrator is insufferably meta.
Doug and Rebecca are true newlyweds. They play in a band and are true metalheads.
I can tell you why Megadeth's better than Metallica, Priest's better than Maiden, and why you suck because Godflesh saved metal while you weren't looking.
When she referred to the moment Napalm Death started writing songs that were longer than 20 seconds as the day the music died, I knew I was in love.
A heartwarming play of lives in transition. This isn't that. For the Krampus is listening and plotting and dreaming of the punishment he's bringing to bad little boys and bad little girls and everyone else who's been fucked by the world and everyone else with stories to tell on Christmas Eve night while we're drunk half to hell.
Why don't you sing us a song?
I am not drunk.
Be that as it may, the speakers are busted and I'm itching for a little melody.
And I'm not your fucking iPod.
No, you're my satellite radio, so start singing. I'll scan through until I find something I like.
Whatever you sing, please spare us the endless goddamn Christmas carols.
Well, aren't we a fucking Grinch? You've got no goddamn spirit.
And that's coming from a man working on Christmas Eve.
A man working on Christmas Eve what? I love working Christmas Eve. I'm guaranteed company. I'm drunk by midnight. We sing songs if Kevin stops being a fucking prima donna about it. And I wake up tomorrow hungover and happy.
Fuck you.
Yeah, but you're not sick of the carols?
Oh, some. The silly ones, Frosty, and the one about the donkey.
That's not a carol. That's an offensive stereotype.
God, you Italians are so weird about that song. You love it, or it's a pox on our culture?
Pox! Definitely a pox.
Anyway, I still like most of them. I hear Little Drummer Boy, and it starts me.
Oh, I love that song.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And all the newer classics. Father Christmas, Fairy Tale in New York, Christmas in Holland.
Do those count?
Of course they count. Look around, boys and girls. We're the adults now. The oldie stations are programmed for us.
That's a grim assessment.
You gotta own it. I own it. God damn it, Kevin! Sing us a song. Oh, come on.
Save the cold and windy nights for the winter's holiday.
one's on me. Come and get it.
What song was that?
It's called The Long Winter Days.
Resplendent isn't a lyric you hear often.
What's the Latin root?
To resplendre, to glitter with force. That's my New Year's resolution, motherfuckers, to always forcefully glitter.
What the fuck do you don't like?
We're metalheads.
Yeah, so it's a short walk from Sabbath and Maiden to medieval history and Latin roots.
And a short walk from Judas Priest to leather bars and sadomasochism.
It's not all research and conjugation. Some things are just for fun.
Is it a family song?
Yeah, my grandfather used to sing it every Christmas, and when he died, I took over singing it. Actually, I never sang it outside the family home until now.
And you did it for us? Well, now I'm really touched.
Top shelf liquor touched?
Ask me again later. Yeah, I'm a real Scrooge. Say, how many of you are late settling your monthly tabs?
Like I said, Eric's a great man.
Yes.
Merry Christmas, you cheap fox.
Are we the Christmas grumpets?
I told you before, I'm soaked in Christmas cheer and full of candied bits of Christmas joy.
Like a fruitcake?
Like a fruitcake.
Nobody wants to be the fruitcake.
I do, Jane. I do. I want to be the fruitcake.
I'm sure there's a metaphor in there somewhere. I just don't know what it is.
You'll figure it out.
No, I don't think I will.
Sunk like a stone or a brick of tradition, memories born in a hot, crowded kitchen. The tastes we acquire for special occasions are for the rest of the year violent revulsions. We return and we turn time and again to a house, not a home, to family, not friends. And we mix dread with hope because we're sentimental at heart. Because imagined obligations always beget bad decisions. And when we test the truth of how far we've come, we go back to the start.
Is anybody going home this year? What about you, Kevin? Don't you get bullied into traveling?
Well, that's a tricky proposition this year. My dad and his new wife are in Arizona. My mom's still in Buffalo. My sister's in Detroit, and my brother's still overseas. So if I go to one, the other three will be furious and hurt. So I find it best to make no movements in any direction whatsoever. So like seriously, I'm like some small woodland creature. If I remain perfectly still, the hawks won't get me.
That sounds incredibly stressful.
No, not really. You just need to plan. Like you have to map out holidays and birthdays and find the weekends between things. Like say right between Labor Day and Thanksgiving or Christmas, my dad's birthday, right? Like you go for a visit so as not to arouse any suspicion and jealousy. So once you get that all figured out, you live guilt-free and you get to spend the holidays the way you want to.
Drunk?
Well, actually, more sober than I'd be if I was in any of their homes.
That is a hell of a loophole you found.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty great. Yeah, I usually have to wait. You usually have to wait until you have your own family to claim a holiday. But.
Speaking of families, isn't this Doug and Rebecca's first Christmas as a married couple?
It is Diane.
How's married life treating you?
Same as living together life.
Thanks, honey.
Wait. Same as in just as wonderful. But getting married, it makes you think about family in a different way.
And ritual.
Yeah, ritual. That's a tricky thing.
Finding the balance.
Between what's expected of you and what you want.
What you need to make it special for you and what you're willing to compromise on.
I thought it was
too.
I cried. What? I'm Irish. Fuck you. We cry at weddings and fight at wakes.
So what did you compromise on?
We wanted to paint our faces, Nordic black metal style.
I settled for getting a green streak in my hair.
I made my best attempt at an Anton LaVey goatee.
And we had to put a playlist together with the old folks in mind.
Yeah, it couldn't be all Venom and Dark Throne.
Couldn't be any of that.
Oh, we did manage to slip in Ace of Spades by Motorhead.
No, Metallica's Enter Sandman could have worked too.
But that song doesn't exist.
Yeah, but I mean...
No, it doesn't exist!
Okay, yeah, fine, sorry.
You broke a cardinal rule. Do not speak of the Black Album to metalheads, for it is a forbidden object, a cursed thing, a secret shame when they listen to Unforgiven, all alone, in the dark, with the doors bolted and the shades drawn.
You can't prove we do that.
So, anyway, I find that it's easy enough, really, to bend a ritual to your will. You slip in things no one will notice.
Such as?
We pulled our wedding vows straight from the writings of Aleister Crowley.
Really?
Yep. The great beast, the premier occultist of the 20th century. He wrote some beautiful shit.
Love is the law.
Every man and every woman is a star.
We also had to enter the reception to Judas Priest's Love Bites.
Oh, that was pretty great.
So you took the piss out of the whole thing. Fucking fantastic.
No, we were sincere in everything we did. It's how you transform a ritual, Dylan. It's not a joke. They're powerful for a reason. We just made it our own.
To the best of our abilities. It's a ritual, a communal thing, so you have to balance the expectations of the community with what's important to you. We weren't mocking anything. It wasn't snide. The broad strokes were for the families. We kept the devil in the details.
Jesus, Dylan, how bad was your breakup?
What do you mean?
You wanted them to say fuck marriage.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a bitter asshole, but even I want them to be happy. What the fuck happened with Maria and you?
She dumped me.
Yeah, we know, but we don't know why.
She called me profoundly unhappy.
At least she said you were profound.
Well, aren't you just a glass half full motherfucker?
It's a survival technique.
She said she couldn't bear to spend another holiday with me, that I killed the joy of the season.
I can't believe that.
I said, I mean, kill the season? I bought so many Christmas lights. Sure, she wanted the color ones, and I bought the white ones, but they're classier, you know? Huge fight, but I won.
Yeah, that's something you want to fight about.
It is. Aesthetics matter.
We've fought over aesthetics.
We've never broken up over them, though.
We didn't break up over aesthetics. We broke up because, in her words, I am the family in the metamorphosis.
Family in the metamorphosis?
That's what she said.
Yeah, you see, I have no idea what that means.
In Kafka's Metamorphosis, Gregor Samsa turns into a bug physically, but his family members are really the bugs. They're the swarm that descends on Gregor to devour and dehumanize him.
So that's you?
Apparently.
I told you to not date a critical theory major.
You did say that.
Those bitches will fuck your shit up.
For 2 months, every morning when I woke up, she'd be next to me, legs and arms in the air, saying, as Maria Samsa woke one morning from uneasy dreams, she found herself transformed in her bed into a gigantic bug.
Well, that's one way to kill morning wood.
Unless you're into that sort of thing.
Fucking bugs? That cannot be a thing.
Sure could.
Physics, biology, and the laws of man and God render it an impossibility.
I'm not suggesting you can do it as such. What I'm suggesting is there's a rule on the internet, okay? Rule 34. Rule 34, and it states that if you can imagine it, there is porn of it. Okay, so I'm saying that if you can imagine fucking a bug, then there has been porn created of it, okay? Someone has written about it, someone has dressed up as a big bug and has gotten fucked, okay? That's what I'm saying.
What a strange and wonderful world we live in.
Well, now I know what I want for Christmas.
If there is a Christmas list out there with bug porn on it, I don't think I want to see the rest of that list.
Santa don't judge, man.
St. Nick ain't above a little strange.
From Kafka to bukkake, the conversation turned. From peppermint sticks to thick, veiny dicks, much was discussed and much was learned. For a night when our Savior is laid to sleep in a manger is the perfect night to tell Kevin he can log on to Grindr to have sex with a stranger.
How did I not know about this?
You spend too much time searching for bug porn?
Clearly, the problem is that I hang around mostly straight people, and that's why I don't know about this internet fuck palace.
Excuse me.
Lesbians don't count.
What the shit, Kevin?
No, our tribes have different customs, okay? That's all I meant by that.
We fuck.
Yeah, not like we fuck.
Excuse me. I get that we are friends, and we're drunk, and there will be tangents. But since we've gone from my heartbreak to bug porn to an anonymous gay hookup website,
I feel like bug porn should have been the topper in that conversation.
Yeah.
work our way back to me and my miserable fucking life.
Sure. What the hell? It's Christmas.
It is Christmas. And let me say, it's widely thought that Valentine's Day is hell on the singles, but I'd like to make the case that Christmas is way worse.
How so?
Stockings hung in 2s and 4s. Santa and Mrs. Claus. Frosty's here to marry you. Elvis sings the Christmas blues. It's hard to be solo when you see the first snowfall. Blankets are big enough for 2. Candy canes tied in a bow, berries and leaves in the mistletoe. If you're alone on Christmas, the problem's you. If no one will love you on Christmas, no one will love you through the year. All things in pairs, all hands in hands, you reach for her, but she's not there. The unlovable under the mistletoe, want a kiss but deserve sorrow. If you're alone on Christmas, if you're alone on Christmas, if you're alone on Christmas, the problem's you.
Bourbon for the single people. On the house, now. You are poisonous, man.
According to her last text message.
God, is anybody happy this year?
We're happy.
Yeah. I mean achievable happiness. Something the single people can relate to.
I'm happy.
Really?
Has something thawed Jane's Christmas-hating heart?
Shut the fuck up. I love goddamn Christmas.
Clearly.
Fucking hot. Seriously, I got all weepy and syrupy sweet at Christmas.
It's true. She was always a big mush when we decorate the tree.
What's a treef?
Who has room for a tree in a Brooklyn apartment? So we buy a wreath and we decorate that.
That sounds adorable.
Yeah. Had some good times.
See? I just hate carols. I hate hearing the same 10 songs over and over again. I mean, Jesus Christ, since it's just after Halloween this year.
Granted, it started a bit early.
I am just sick of being stuck in another generation's nostalgia trip. Yeah, I want something of my own, you know? My own traditions, my own songs.
Well, things change. Playlists get updated. Every year there's a ton of new pop singers and they each put out a Christmas album.
I'm talking about shit with heart, Eric, and you know it. Not pop interpretations of the same old garbage. You named like 3 decent, non-traditional carols, right? Well, I can't think of any more. What else do you hear on the radio that's not the same old shit?
Christmas Baby Please Come Home, the U2 version.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Svarte Bitter by Enslaved.
I don't know what the fuck that is, but it's not a Christmas song.
It's Norwegian black metal. It's about an eternal winter.
That doesn't count.
It's close enough.
Not nearly.
Fucking purists.
Okay, then Merry Christmas, I Don't Want to Fight Tonight by the Ramones.
They never play that, Doug.
Sure they do.
No, I'm not talking about some alternative radio stations. I'm talking about the shit you hear when you're shopping. That's Christmas. That's Christmas music. It goes unchanged.
That's a fair point, actually.
Thank you.
I just don't understand why you're obsessed. Why you're letting a few shitty songs run the whole season.
I'm just feeling my age this season is all, and I'm waiting for it to be our Christmas with our values and our traditions.
No, I think this is a tradition. A group of friends in a bar on Christmas Eve. It's not what our parents did.
No, they drank at home.
A fire is lit. There's a smile, a laugh, hands that close around a glass. There's a knock on the door, and the carolers are here, shaking snow from their hair and bringing tidings of cheer. These scenes of such joy can only appear on greeting cards hung on a string in the air. Like a book on a shelf that no one has read. Like memories of moments when no tears were shed. We build the past from the scraps of the fictions we saw on TV and in movies and on those old greeting cards.
Anyone got another song?
I got one.
Seriously?
No, not seriously at all. You want to hear it?
And you can make this my Christmas present, yes.
Okay. Here we go. Fuck the neighbors. Tom Fuggins was a Christmas elf. Drank Rudolph's piss for better health. Now his penis glows with unearthly light. It guides the girls to his house at night. Oh, Tom, they say, now you're so bright. You fill our stockings with delight. Nail me in bed and again at the hearth, and this Christmas night we'll circle the earth. Ho, 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 ho. Ho, 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 ho. Christmas Eve, the work was done. Tom was so hot for Christmas fun. He wooed Cindy Kane, who was one banging elf, and old Mrs. Claus, who's still quite a milf. Tangled in stockings, they raised such a roar. Moaning and groaning from mountain to shore, it pricked up the ears of good old Saint Nick, guiding him home by the tip of his prick. Ho, 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 ho. Ho, 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 ho. Santa cried, my God, my wife, as he burst through the door. Tom did dearly fear for his life as he gazed up from the floor, from beneath the pile of legs and arms and gaping mouths galore. He said, relax, Santa baby. I know you get crazy. Your voyeuristic tendency jives with my philosophy. We're all playing nicely, and we're all of us naughty. So grab hold of your package, the old milk and cookies, as I enter Mrs. Claus through her dirty old chimney!
Oh, yeah! Yeah! That was awesome!
It's like the Christmas morning that I got pneumonia
get your drink, and it's top shelf for you, honey.
Now even even I will admit that song went a bit too far. You've got images in your head you can't remove with a crowbar. A glowing elf penis. And Mrs. Claus on all fours with the thrusting and moaning. Oh, now I'm doing the ruining and the blaspheming.